Well, I'm back. I'm back like a bad half penny, and here to finish building my little house. I say little house, it's actually a big old place. Something else, I could make a little side road over there. Phew, thank goodness. Thunderstorm went away. Let me see, do I need to get more cobble? I'm probably okay with cobble, but what I need to do is get me some more obsidian, because we're trying to make us a whole... Oh. Not to forget making a little something else, too. Namely... put them things back. Okay, 10 obsidian. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's exactly the number I need. Probably need to go and get more at some point, but... oh, I don't know. One thing at a time, I suppose. What's the use of that stuff, I wonder? Well, it's probably going to be just fine to duck this way a spell. But if we wanted to, we could have a shortcut to verses right there. But I don't know, look at how fast he can go. It's a proper whoosh. Up. Now, this is a good time for me to put in these. Let me see. Just like that. Up. Hello. Get back here. You ain't supposed to do that. What are you thinking? There, and then you can zip right into this room. Nice and quick. Just like this. Now let me see. When I do light this, it's going to be right here. And stats, they say call it 975, and that's 125, not 124. No question about it, so I guess that's an even 1,000 for that. Yep. See, what I'm trying to do is go and line it up so nicely that you can take an extra shortcut right to there. We'll see how that turn out, because it's kind of fancy portal making. They're all pretty accurate portals, but that's kind of fancy portal making. See now, minus 600. Well, shucks, maybe it's going to be down the bottom of the thing. How would that be? That seem like a good thing? Ow. That wasn't a good thing. Up, and it's going to be in this way. And over this way as well. Got to go in there. Okay, so head up. Pretty much there. Actually, that's going to need to go up a little higher than that, won't it? Let me see. Oh, what the hay, I'll dig that with that. Let's see, I got me a little dirt. I could be placing dirt. Kind of like that. And that. And that. This here is going to have to be built into something. Oh, and I'm going to be missing a couple on the top. That's how we do it down here in the farm. Let me see. Alrighty, let's light you up. Place a few more dirts. Running a little bit low on dirt, and I have the torches, so I could put a couple of torches here, or a torch anyway. See, now that's kind of the front edge there. Maybe this can be a little nether portal to one of the main set places, like unto the ones I was going to make myself. Maybe that would be the way to go. I'm not all that sure, but could be a thing. Let's see, where's that portal? Where are you, portal? I believe I see a light over here. Oh, it's getting dark. That light my portal? Might be, but I gotta get to it. Let me see. Or then maybe it ain't. Go figure. Okay, well there's one. Why can't I find the one that I know you're around here somewheres. How about over here? Is this where you belong? Oh. I see me a Skelly. You don't look friendly. You look even less friendly now. Aha. Uh-huh. Ow. That did hurt my hoof a little bit. I won't lie. Now, does this take me to that one that I placed right in exactly the same place? Or not? Oh! Now look at that, I got a zombie climbing the... Okay. So far so good, I got that one, and... How about I put me some signs? This is about the time that I need to start explaining how all this works. Because I need to put up signs and label everything. Instructions. That goes to that place. West Point, the Fancy Pants area. Let me make sure this still works. Uh-huh. Yep, I'm a sniping. Didn't even see me, did you? That didn't do you no good. And now we'll try the other place. Let's see. There's that tree. And back in we get. Damn if I don't have. Now I want to make 4. I seriously want to make 4. Should I do it? Should I do it? I'm tempted. I tell you, I'm tempted. It's kind of dark, though. Let me see. Maybe I could. I just be able to. Like right down at the bottom. But this is a good time for me to make some of them signs. Central area that they go fleeing down into. I have to think about that one. So let me see. H. I'm typing a sign and I'm looking at the sign at the same time. I'm gonna base this like right where this is gonna be their main house. this area is the area where I'm gonna be fussy. I'm gonna be fussy as anything. Now, over here, this is gonna be a little different. Running out of letters, I can't speak grammatically. See, that's the industrial area is where the terrain's gone kind of derpy and strange. Say limited space in here. So yeah, I'm just put up a whole bunch of signs, although I better not put any signs in here because I might be putting another portal. You know what? I need to go to the end and just get me a whole mess more obsidian. That's the best place to get obsidian, I'm telling you. It's all the obsidian you could want. Did I just hear a pig fall down and go ouch? Be more careful, Sugar Cube. That ain't right. Now let me see what the hay was over here. Oh right, Kitty Island, I forget. I remember now though. What's there? Okay, Snowy Lake Ice Farm. That's where you do not go farther then, because it's the unloaded chunks, and besides, it's to the south. I ain't even sure what we got to the south. You'd think I would know, right? Direct drop into end portal. You know something? I'm gonna have to grab me a pumpkin. Let's go. Let's go into that ant portal and grab us a pumpkin. I don't know why it just randomly throws the water there as soon as you show up. It's like the water don't exist until you appear and then suddenly it's there. Seems kind of funny to me. Oh, now I didn't mean to put no sign on. Come on. Let's get serious, will ya? I ain't putting a sign on, I'm putting a pumpkin on. So that we can deal with these critters in some sense of reasonableness and without getting into a big fight with them every 2 seconds. Okay, so let's go. Now, we doing anything with... I ain't sure whether maybe this is not, Are we harvesting this or are we building anything into it? Because I forget. I'm not sure. Let's assume that I don't know what I'm doing with it, and as such, I ain't doing nothing with it right now. Ooh, I could get some more cobble, that's for damn sure. Why don't I? Wouldn't it be funny if we had a hay speaking out of this? It's one way to get cobble. I ain't sure if it's a better way than just mining, but it's kind of an environmentally nice way of doing it because we ain't digging up any existing mountains and stuff. Half tempted to grab me some endstone and use that. Oh, I remember when I was practicing with this. I think that was... I seem to remember doing that. Turn the machine on and just start digging. Not sure if it was good for me. I think it was trying to put stone into my head. That could be painful, but it was one way of doing it. There we go. We got a little more cobble. Now to get us a little obsidian. Maybe it'd be a good idea to go somewhere else. There's a little pile of stuff there. Oh, we never even finished pulling up. That there is still working. I ain't sure but whether maybe that one's still working too. I'm gonna go find out. I'm gonna dig my way up. Might take a while, but it might drive me in my crazy wearing this stupid pumpkin. There we go. So far, so good. Can't see a damn thing with this dumb pumpkin on. Well, if I'm pointing straight up, I don't have to see nothing, so. I want to get to the top of the thing and see whether that's still a fancy glowing light thing. I never got to see one of those things up close. We can all see it. If I can get up there and it's a glowing light thing, I'm telling you, I'm going to actually take off my hat. Take off this pumpkin. And we can have a good old gander. Got about half an hour to do it, so I should be able to. Ain't that far. Ain't nearly that far. Alright, let's go. We're getting. Now I do need to be careful not to fall down because we're getting up there. And be careful walking down too. That's for sure. Ooh, getting up there. what ain't there anymore. All I was seeing was some bedrock. Well, I suppose there's no point in fretting about that. What I should do is dig my way down to the ground. We can come back some other time, maybe do this up proper, like. Just chop up this little tiny one. I can still jump up, right? Oh yeah. Not the brilliantest idea doing this and wearing a silly pumpkin. If you can't see properly, you hurt yourself, but that's it. Oh, I got a clever idea. We will pretend that we're chopping down trees, and we'll do a set of 2. Just like this here. Now I can fill in the obsidian chest a little bit. Pick is holding up pretty good. I wonder what it would be like if I was using haste on this. Did I chop that right? There we go. Up. Cutting extra. I'll put that back. Come on, you get back there. You're climbing the stairs. You crazy thing. What do y'all think you're doing? You gonna pitch a fit if I chop you with a little pickaxe? Look at me, I'm on top of a little tiny obsidian mountain. There we go. Oh, need a little more. There, this time I didn't even dig no hole in the ground. I put a sign down here. Mind me. Ah, sugar cube. Oh boy, whole stack of obsidian, whole stack in one. Hee. I'm almost tempted to keep hanging around here and doing more of this. I feel like I'm getting stuff done. Now, I ain't gonna be using obsidian in the stacks for building, but you just about could if you do that. That turned out to be a real good technique. I can't believe a whole stack. A whole concern stack. All the crazy things. No, I ain't sitting through that. Oh, what am I doing with my damn pumpkin? So wasting the pumpkins that way. No pumpkins right now. I will put that in the, we could do with a elevator of some kind. Make them minecart elevators or something. I guess it's okay for the time being though. Is it daytime? Oh, it ain't. It ain't even slightly daytime. Now, it got me about a half an hour to try to put one more portal in there. More than enough obsidian to do it. Just a question of whether I can line it up good. Put that pumpkin back. And away we get. Ooh-wee, that's fast. And it hesitate a little bit. Line it up real nice and charge. Whee! Okay. Yeah, it was not daytime. Not only that, I can't put a clock up here. Putting the clock up here won't help at all. Let me see. Maybe right there, maybe literally right there. How would this do? Now, if it were right literally there, that would be, looking kind of like -72 and 117. But we could go smaller just by going in this direction. Question is, do we want to? Now let's have a peek over here and see what's going on. And what's going on is it is dark. And there are monsters and you may be eaten by a grue. Actually, I ain't sure what a grue is, but it's some kind of old gamer joke. I don't think they see me. So I'm going to do a little math. So 576 by round about 936. Are we about to get night time to be over? Maybe not. Maybe I better go over the top and see what I can see over here. Got a little bit of light over here anyways, so. Let's see, 9. Oh great, Enderman, that's exactly what I need. 576 is going to be down this way. Maybe right down the bottom of the cliff there. 9:36, that's all the way over here, ain't it? Oh, I hear Skelly. Don't shoot me off of the cliff, please. That wouldn't be healthy. No how. Well, look at you. Give him what for? So maybe it's down this way? Oh, I'm already at 578. Why, it's going to be down here, isn't it? And 9:36 is more of it this way. They'll be coming after me, I'm telling you. Got my bow ready. Five, 7, 8, so there's our 5, 7, 6. The bone. Don't need no bone right now. And 35. Ooh. This here is our area, and look at that. Look at that, light's coming. Yep, gonna be right there, isn't it? Let me see. Oh, I might want that. Got us a little bit of dirt. I confess, I'm a little fretful with all them mobs about. Let's hop up here. Fill that in. I got a whole mess of cobble, so... Well, ain't that special. It's a creeper who's going to come along and say hello. Because that's just the kind of friendly critter he feels he's going to be. I'd be friendly too. In a slightly different way. Oh, that don't seem friendly to you? Well, your own politeness leaves much to be desired. So. Oh, and we got a little more XP over here. There we go. Now, let me see. How are we going to do this? This will not exactly line up with anything, but it may work. Let's throw us some cobble down here. No, that weren't the way to do it. Give me that back. I guess I got it back, didn't I? And we'll light you, and then we'll scamper over to this one here. Probably should make us another portal somewhere for going straight down into the depths of the... Because you know we're going to have a underground place. And we may just want it to be around here somewhere. So here's the thing, the way that these characters is going to do their do is oh, now how am I supposed to get up there? See, this is why having these portals is such a good idea, because hello. Now, where am I hearing you coming from? I'm hearing a Skelly, if you ain't, oh, look at that. If you are listening on a TeamSpeak, I'm looking at a Skelly over here. This is this big crazy area you was talking about. And I just noticed, I'm doing pretty good. I wouldn't object to your company, but I got things under control. This pond here goes down into the cave. There's the Skelly. So much for him. I better check and make sure if he hasn't got, okay. There I am, typing and he are hearing me. Okay. Be neighborly and answer the question. Now, how am I going to get up here? Oh. Another cave. Yeah, this is actually a good pony to have up to speed with what we're doing here, because Zobrock's there. Time Turner is our A1, top of the heap, best of the farmyard builder pony. There we go. There's that portal. Probably catch up with me in the place. And yeah, I ended up putting it exactly there, so. Oh, I'm going to use up the full stack of obsidian. Well, for a while there I had a full stack of obsidian. I can have another one anytime I want, so. It's all good. Let me see. Neatly mine that stuff there. Now here's the last magical trick from the normally not thought of as fancy earth pony. Looky here. I'm gonna have, if this worked, 4 nether portals to the Versus place. And it's daytime, so you can go through any of them safely. None of them lead to anything special right now, but this is over on the west side, and it's gonna be like fancy builds and interesting places. You ain't seen busy yet. I got a lot of building to do. Over here, did you see over here? You should see over here, because you like these kinds of builds anyways. And then I come in and test out that other build. You see all these crazy overhangs? This is not really going to be in sight for most shots of the comic, but this is a good place for like getting creative and building funky things. They still have to be physically possible. I don't want to be in like too Minecrafty and hanging in nowhere, but the neat thing about it is that with this amount of space and stuff, and all these crazy drops and hangs and things, this could be a big, weird, like girders and crap. We might also have a giant highway running from here through to somewhere. Now I'm just going to go back and test that one portal that I just made. stage. Good idea. I can use this thing too. Now this should have, if I done it correctly, which I hope I did. It's lined up real careful like. Yeah, I think so. This leads to the back of the mountain. So this is the area where no pony's ever going to see it, or no comic reader's ever going to see it. So anything can be here. This is just to be able to get to places where we have big piles of chests or something. But there is another thing. Over this way. The front part has a little portal that is going to be, I'm going to build that one all myself because it's going to be an exact copy of what I already did when I was drawing the comic. But if you look over here, look at how far down this goes. Look at how far down this goes. See, if I do this right, and it's going to be interesting to try, that place on the other side, which we'll go and see, there's going to be a route where they duck around the outside on some streets and they have to take refuge inside the mountain city. So they'll be going in and they'll be going down. And they'll keep going on in and down, and it'll get darker and darker and awful and other rack and stuff, and they'll come out around in here somewhere and we'll like put a ceiling on it. But this can be a big creepy underground space. It'll still be a little crowded, but there'll be some more open spaces in here. And it's all basically just these underground places. There's going to be all out of netherrack and stuff because it's dark. So we can still have some light, but I'm also figuring on we're going to have to use a lot of half slabs just so that we can make it that the monsters don't spawn in them all the time. But I'm going to run through ahead to the front part, and then I think I might just run down. See, that's the main set. It's called Cat House because the house that they basically starred in, I've already drawn into the first comic I did, and the reboot is going to have some of the basic same stuff. Don't jump off forward too much, it's a bit of a drop. So I gotta make it so that there's roads going around the outside of this place that you can walk on. But if you look down, there's a lot of visible area here. And this is real steep, but there's certain things about this I was going to talk about. And might as well do that. I got about 10-11 minutes before I relog and start another episode. But around here somewhere, I think I had this. Maybe it was out by the rivers? If that. Oh, look, an egg. That's handy. Gosh, I'm not sure. I forget. Oh, look, gravel. Oh, and it's getting dark. We better head back. But the thing I was talking about. You see how we see that up there? Got a little light on there? Down around here, the buildings are going to look like this. Maybe 3 high. We got another one like that. This is forced perspective in Minecraft 3D. It's going to take a lot of them, and we might not be making them out of cobble. But by the time we get up there, and then the ones around here, maybe halfway up, by the time it starts going up a little bit. gonna have a whole mess of them. They're kind of like, there we go, running out of cobble. Oh yeah, that might be when we get to the new snapshot and we get to have all of that stained clay. I mean, we can actually make it pretty color-wise. See, that's the smaller one, and then off in the distance, you can already start seeing it show up. Like that's sort of like a building. And then off there, it could look like it was really far away. And now let me see if I can climb up this park our pony up. I ain't too worried about it. You know, if it's a problem, we just move everything in closer and it'll be fine. Careful. You ain't recovering any better than me. And you know why, because you're the one who's digging with that haste. Oh, thank you. Oh, we got an arrow stuck in your ass. Let me get my arrow ready. You can get this XP orb if you, I guess you don't care. Okay. I suppose in theory we could put a portal right up on the top, but got so many portals over there. I'm not sure that would work. You reckon we could get away with that? I got enough obsidian for it, but yeah, I mean, we're really pushing the limits. We are really pushing it as far as getting all them portals in there. But yeah, that's the idea. And up top here, this would kind of play the role, I think, of some kind of really fancy pants place. Like there would be grass here. There would be gardens. There would be bushes and flowers. It'd all be really well sculpted up and really fancy. Like with nether quartz and stuff or whatever. Excellent. I'm thinking that it's so close to all the other portals. That's what I was thinking. I bet that's what you're saying. I bet that's the same thing that I'm saying. Oh, I found a good way to, here, I'll just stop that. Yeah, probably. It's just too close. The other ones, they're on the limit of how close you can get. We shouldn't have to do too much work over here anyways. I mean, we could. The interesting thing to me is thinking up stuff like getting down here. There's a lot of stuff to be done. We can see down here from where we're standing that the 2x2 there can look like a building far off in the distance, and then them little ones over there, that's already starting to look right. Because half the challenge with this is that as big as this mountain is, as impressive as the whole situation is, it's not really this. Oh yeah, well that's the thing, is we can't really make it be that big because Minecraft view distance wouldn't actually support it, but I'd have to make a blog post with some of the pictures that I drew once upon a time. It has to be 4 years or so ago now. But I have tried to make pictures of the city that we're talking about in an existing comic, and I didn't really quite succeed, but it was a pretty heroic undertaking. So the idea is you should be able to look out from here and see normally sized buildings, but then also down, you start looking down, you just start getting into the fourth perspective there. ways. Get my shovel ready. They would be very much on the same level. But they would be going across something. The stuff would probably be built out a little bit, but the idea is they'd be sort of on the flat, but they'd be going along a ways. Like they wouldn't directly just go directly in from where they were at, but overhangs, not so much. Unless they're buildings being the overhangs. And these things can all be the shapes of buildings because there's virtually nothing here that's actually terrain anymore. The shape of it is the shape of a mountain. But the thing about the concept, there ain't no mountain. It's just a big city. It's buildings on top of buildings on top of buildings. So there ain't no mountain. Yeah, it's completely encrusted with structures. It's like, you know the Isaac Asimov Foundation? Trantor? Or alternately, the, oh, so, yeah, of course you know that. If you're a smart one, you know that. And then we're going around the outside. Yeah, exactly. So George Lucas stole that one. Which is fine, because it's like, by all means, it's a good concept, it's a good trick. So the Star Wars fans, yeah, more or less have, ways getting around the outside edge. And since the whole thing can be a big old forced perspective, we don't have to worry too much about making it all completely possible. We just have to get it so that you can show, like, okay, that was where their house would be, so we've got a kind of street in the sky here. And the street in the sky goes over this way, but then guess what? Maybe runs into some kind of road or something. That's another thing, is there was going to be a road that they got to contend with. And that's going to be another forced perspective, because down there where you got the little buildings and stuff, the size of those three buildings is probably the width of the road. There's a highway that is that big, and it's mostly pretty straight, although I think it gets to make some turns. And it just about goes through the city. And it kind of swoops up. It doesn't necessarily go directly into the city, but there's on-ramps and off-ramps, and they can swoop up and basically just plunge into the mountain. Boom, and then they go in. Because if you're like fleeing something out in onto the city, I even wrote, in the book, I wrote stories about that. There was whole stories about that. You got them trying to escape something that's pursuing them, or they're part of, I remember now, it was part of a convoy. There's this convoy of like space characters going along this highway. They're trying to make it to Verse where they will be safe. And the idea is they're tearing hell for the city. Once they hit the city, they take all the lower off-ramps, and then everybody in the convoy just splits. They dive into the depths of the city, and they all take different turns, and they all get away. They get into the warrens, and they're safe. But yeah, as far as, and yeah, logically we would be, making a kind of a big old hole at first, because there is so little space in this mountain city that anything that you got is going to be kind of restricted. Oh, I hear a zombie. They're nice. But they will start going downwards. At first like this. Thank you. I could tell you were saving my bacon back there. It'll be a sort of slow, gradual drop at first, like half slabs. And for a while there, you got, like, well, that's some, so I built something up there then. So, okay, that randomly gets to be some kind of place up there because it's a natural feature. But what we're really doing is we're going down. We duck into here, maybe make a way of hooking around so that you can get up here. It doesn't matter what's up there as long as there's just a visible way of getting up there. And then it's like that, you just sort of plunge onwards and inwards and downwards. It might get steeper after a while. It might be like, oh, now we're starting to dive deeply down there. And it would also be like the rabbit warren in that you'd be able to get through by oh, careful, don't want to chop you up. But yeah, the idea is that we can continue plunging in this tunnel downwards until we get to the other side of the mountain down there. Maybe even aim it in such a way, figure out what angle I need to do in order to get coming, and we're going to be coming out. We don't need to worry about the lights over there. All we need to do is like make a side. Oh yeah. Well, if there's any caves, we will use them. Oh, that too. Absolutely. Man, this fancy shovel of mine is going to give me nothing but... Yeah, it's a fortune shovel. Go figure, magic sometimes does crazy things to you. That'll hold me for now. Because the idea is, in any given scene, we're going to be coming in through here, and they're going to be going down, and basically trying to come up with, like, excuses or reasons to go around here, but that will not be an option. Like, something will be chasing the characters, and so they have to keep on going down, and keep on going down as it gets darker and scarier and more intimidating. And then finally, we'll expand this outwards a little bit. And finally, straight over to backstage. I could have made myself a little note. Finally, they will probably end up coming out. I'm going to make a little note. I'm making a little note right here. They will end up around here. Now, where am I at? Minus 544. 977. There can be a little side to side and stuff there, but the shaft that we drive, for the most part, and it should look like downward, straight down into there, and it'll get darker and darker and more and more cramped. But when they finally do get down to by the time they get down here, it's a little hard to have big open spaces because this won't be on the back of the city, this is under the city. The city is really like up as high as the whole mountaintop, and then right across here and all the way across the other side. And the dangerous part of being in, building close basementy areas, if I had sound effects for this comic strip, there would be scary creaking noises because being down here, the air is bad, the lighting is bad, and places cave in on you. It's not a high rent area. And part of the story is how, stuff like that, are basically places that look like they have been crushed in from above. Like areas that are 1 block high and whatever. Oh, I gotta go back before, I gotta relog too because I'm running over an hour. I gotta start another recording. Hope that this one hangs in. I started this all out by making those first 2 portals, and I did an hour-long recording talking about all the aliens and stuff there. Now let me see, 68. Don't that beat all this? The height of this place is 68. Yeah, that would follow. The Matrix also had stuff like that to some extent. Bada bing. I didn't see that Mario movie. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just log off for a moment on account if I have to stop doing this recording or it's going to be a 2-hour long, but I will be right back. Laters.